Hello guys, and welcome back to lesson 2 of module 4, and in this lesson we're going to create the navigational bar of our responsive website, or in Bootstrap terms the navigational bar is called the nav bar. So we're going to create the nav bar of our website. But first, you might notice that the syntax of our website isn't working, of our code isn't working. So the problem is that we only need to rename this file. So let's name it website.html, and now you see the syntax is excellent. Now let's quickly create the navbar without any further ado. So let's give us some space inside our body tags and above the script tags that we created in the last lesson. So first we're going to create a div. I'm going to use the emit for easy workflow, and you also use this workflow to code faster and to learn how to use shortcuts that emit provides us with. So let's create a div quickly, a class of navbar, a period for another class of navbar, static top, a period for another class of navbar dark, and let's add another class of background dash inverse. So basically this means that we're going to create a navbar. We're giving a class of navbar, then a class of navbar static top that it will be fixed to the top, a class of navbar dark that it means that it will be blackish gray in color, and the background will be inverse, which means if the background is white, the color of the navigational bar will be black. So if we enter tab, we will get a div with class of this, but we need to add more divs inside this div. So let's create a greater than sign, add another div of class navbar dash toggler, or let's say a class of container fluid first. Then inside this we're going to create a button tag, give it a class of navbar dash toggler, and then we're going to create a child sibling. So we're going to add a plus sign. This means that we're going to add another tag outside this div tag but inside the div tag of our navbar. So we're going to create an image tag. Enter tab, and we get our div tag, button tag, and our image tag. Let's fix our code, or in other words organize our code a little bit so it gets neat and clean. So here we have our organized code. So let's first enter a source image /claydesk.png. I have already put some images in my img folder for image. As you can see, I have some images that I will use in building this website. So you also create an image folder in your Bootstrap folder and then add some images that you want to use. And this will be my logo of my website. This will be the logo of my website. Let's enter an alt text claydesk logo, and let's give a type to this button as well. So the type will be button. Let's give a data toggle of collapse and a data target of navbar dash header. So we gave it a type of button, gave it a type of data toggle, which means as soon as we click that button it will collapse the navigational bar, and the data target means that it will show us the navbar header once we click this button. And the button will be, let's write it over here, button will be 3 lines. So for the 3 line sign we have to put an and sign, then a pound sign or hashtag sign, then 9776, and then a semicolon. Save this. Let's open up our website from here. It was website.html. Open it up, and you can see that we have our button over here, we have a logo, but right now it's quite huge, so it extends the navigational bar and it's looking not good. So let's navigate back to our code editor, and inside our style.css right now we need to style our image. But first we need to give our image a class of, let's say, image, Save this, go back to your style.css, call the image class by putting a period, img, open up curly braces, and then give it a width of 200 pixels and then a height of, let's say, 40 pixels. Save this, and you might also want to rename this file as well to, let's say, styles.css. Save this file, go back to your website.html, fix it over here as well, styles.html, save this, go back to your website, refresh, and you have a col-lg logo looking excellent. 3 lines which do nothing right now, and a navigational bar that is black in color, and it's the inverse of our background color. So in this lesson we created our navigational bar. Let's give a comment over here of nav bar just to make sure that this code is the nav bar code. And this is the end of this lesson. I hope you enjoyed creating the nav bar. There's lots of more coming, lots of amazing things that you will learn, so stay tuned, stay focused, and let's move to our next lesson.